you can control your narrative.
Only on 10, we are seeing new video showing the moments a well-known fitness influencer was caught by cops.
He's facing a number of charges after police say he beat up his girlfriend. And Local 10's Rosh Lowe live in Hallandale Beach with this exclusive story tonight. Rosh.
This guy has a massive following in part because people are fascinated by his story. 2009, he goes to prison for, among other things, robbery, gets out in 2018, gets sober, creates this fitness brand, but now we're being brought back to March 17th when he was arrested for allegedly beating up his girlfriend, and was so vicious, say police, she had bruises all over her body.
Come on up. Sir, step out of the vehicle. Sir, I'm not going to ask you.
WesWatson has made his name with viral videos. This fitness influencer is now on video as Hallandale Beach police go to arrest him March 17th. And for the first time, we're seeing that video.
What is this about? What's this about? Two things. One is we need to serve a restraining order on you.
What's a restraining order?
What's that?
What's a restraining order? What's a restraining order?
Domestic violence restraining order.
Police say he beat his girlfriend, including forcibly slamming her head into a table. According to the police.
Welcome back. In today's video, we're going to react to WesWatson with the whole arrest and his DV with his fiance, not his wife. I'd never say his wife because they were never married, because he's recently married to some woman named Valerie. But at the beginning of this video, you've seen the news report of WesWatson, and at the end there's going to be the rest of it, so you can stay tuned for the very end. Let's go get this video rolling.
That later. Now, when Megan got to Wes's house, they were already fighting prior to her arriving, but when she got there, the fight obviously got worse, and he decided to hold her hostage, didn't let her leave, and then proceeded to literally beat her ass. Yes, he beat her ass, you guys, in front of Jose and the bodyguard. I do want to make that clear, and shame on both of them, because they watched this entire thing while Megan was screaming, crying, begging people to help her, begging the people who were around to step in and help her, and they did absolutely nothing. Real men, these guys are, right? Now, like I said, Megan was held hostage there. She was not allowed to leave. Wes was completely freaking out, but she finally got to the ER. Megan finally got to the ER, and when she arrived, she obviously had a black eye, you know, like I said, gashes all in her forehead, blood, looked like it needed stitches. I'm not sure. I'm obviously not a medical professional. It could have just been, you know, crusted up blood, and then some scrapes on her face. It was very obvious, you know, very clear that she had been beaten. And before I wrap this up, I just want to make a few things very clear. First of all, I just really want to drive home the point that Jose and the bodyguard were there, because I feel like they're going to get away with this scot-free, and I can't have that.
Now, as you guys saw for yourselves, this piece of shit, right? This son of a Watson really had the nerve to put his hands on a woman. What kind of coward does that? That shit is pathetic. It actually pisses me the fuck off. And then this idiot has the nerve to pose for his mugshot like he's some tough alpha.
What we can learn from this is we should never, as a man, lay hands on a woman, especially someone that you say you love. If you lay your hands on someone that you love and you say that you love them and you're physically harming them, then you do not love them. That's one thing we can take away from this. WesWatson did not love this woman as much as he says he does. You could say that, come up with a million excuses, but you don't love them. You love physically harming them, but you don't love them as much as you say. Your words are not what you claim, so you're pretty much a liar, so don't be a liar. If you like this video, then give it a thumbs up. It helps with the channel. Subscribe if you like this kind of alpha male content, and let me know in the video, do you think WesWatson is a man or an alpha man for laying his hands on a woman? And now, let's continue with the video.
And honestly, if you go back and look at his Instagram reels before all this happened, the signs were already there. Dude looked unhinged, confused, off. You could see something wasn't right. You guys take a look at this bullshit, man.
Guys, this is fucking amazing. I'm glad this guy wrote this, because I can beat that. Who can beat the 3-day shit? So people are like, 3 days, that sounds like bullshit. I got married the first time after 48 fucking hours. It
didn't work, obviously, but it is what it is. I was very, I'm an eternal optimist. Like, literally, I always believe shit will work out. But you're dealing with people that never did shit. So you have to look at the other party. So look at the other party before they join your life. My life was always killing it. It was peaceful. It was peaceful. I was winning, I was successful, I was doing everything right, and then I bring these sour-ass, loser-ass bitches in my life, and they tug my shit down. You have to realize the behavior patterns that the chick came in with, they're gonna stay with, and they're gonna affect your life really badly. But the fact is, I got married after 48 hours, I got engaged after 2 years, and this time engaged after 2 months, and the fact is I'm not good at picking someone who doesn't have behavioral patterns that are gonna affect my life in a way that's not detrimental.
Oh my God, bro.
Oh, hell no, man. What the fuck, man? Get your ass on.
Now, as you guys just saw for yourselves, just bullshit after bullshit. I mean, it's like this dude just talks straight out of his ass or something, man. This guy's...
WesWatson calls these women losers before he met them, or before they met him. And now, he's the loser because he's the common denominator in why the relationships don't work out. The sad part is he cannot be alone for too long. It's like he needs companion, which he never gets to learn about himself, and that he is the problem in these relationships. But that's what we should learn, is sometimes we got to be alone before we can get into a relationship to find out who we really are. But WesWatson thinks he's perfect. And that's something we can learn, is not just to be simping for girls and just wanting to be in a relationship after relationship after relationship, right after a relationship ends. And of course, he is only going after someone else to make Angie jealous. Everyone knows that, but he's just doing it just to make Angie jealous. So don't do that. Don't be a WesWatson. And he's like pretty much a woman, because it's like, that's what a lot of women do. They try to make a man jealous. And that's what WesWatson is. And that's something we can learn, is to learn to be alone sometimes and learn about who you are after a breakup. So don't try to make people jealous, because WesWatson is the loser, the common denominator in these failed relationships and why they don't work out. So don't be a loser like WesWatson. Learn to be better than that.
Idiot behavior, man.
That's the thing. It wasn't fake. I really wanted to work. It wasn't fake. But I mean, the thing is, it's like this chick right here who asked this question, what is the matter with you? Like, I know you have like no tits and no ass and you're busted. Like, so I get that you like think shit's fake. But like, there's nothing fake about like anything. Like, I literally am that stupid. If you want to say I'm stupid, that's fine. But don't say it's fake, because there's nothing fake about it. I may be dumb and naive and think like people are more in love with people than I am. I love people. Like, I love my people. When people come to my store, they're like, whoa, you're a good dude. Like really care and shit. No, not right here. This side right. No, maybe for a second. Just park here for a second. If you're ever doing it. Really cool. But that's the thing. Like, I just love people. I really don't get why they're not the same as me. I don't understand it.
Now, all in all, if you really look at WesWatson,
the woman in WesWatson's live stream was asking about WesWatson's relationships being fake. It's all because he usually dates these escorts and strippers, and WesWatson is getting offended. He always wants the relationship to work with escorts for some reason, but he's like paying them. But once the money stops, then those escorts usually leave and they go to the next customer, and WesWatson is wondering why these women are cheating on him. Well, that's their job. They had to make a living. WesWatson is just a paid customer. That's why. And he's acting like these relationships are real. It's like he's pretending that he didn't look on some sugar baby website to meet these women, and he thinks that people are believing that he's the guy who's going to be getting all these beautiful women when he's just a customer of theirs. So that's one thing we can learn about this, is not to be getting into relationships and falling in love with escorts like WesWatson, because he's so lonely that he can't find a real woman that will love him the way he thinks that he should be loved. But that's something we can learn, is never physically harm someone. And as far as those other guys that were witnesses in this, or, well, they were a part of it, the bodyguard and the maid of WesWatson, the male maid, is that we should stand up for someone if they're harming a woman, even if it's a friend or a brother or whoever, a mentor. They should never hurt a woman. If someone did that in my presence, I would still stand up to them, even though I'm blind. I don't care, because no one should ever lay a hand on a woman that is not physically harming another man. But I would say that is about a character. So we should have good character of who we hang out with. If someone's harming, another man is harming a woman, then that says a lot about their character. And if you keep hanging out with them, that says a lot about you. So don't hang out with people that physically harm women. So be careful of who you hang out with. That's another thing we can learn in this video. So the personal development lessons we can learn from this is we should never harm a woman that is not harming us. And be careful of who you hang out with. Don't let them be scumbags, because if you're going to hang out with scumbags like the people that hung out with WesWatson, then you're going to be considered a scumbag. So those are a few lessons we can learn from this. And stand up for women that are being harmed, whether you have to call the police or whether you have to physically get in there. So don't let anyone ever harm a woman in your presence. But only you can control your narrative. Keep on improving yourselves and always be the best versions of yourselves. And check out DaddyWelz channel. Her name is Danielle, and that's who broke this story of WesWatson's DV's thing that happened, that broke. And check out TryCrical's channel, who I got this video from. And it took me a while to get this video together because I'm blind, and I had to piece the videos at the beginning and the end on my own. I mean, I did the whole, I edited the video together myself, so that's why it's taken me a while to get to this. But you can subscribe if you like this video. I will try to do stuff that are like this, breaking videos. So if you want, you can subscribe and you can give it a like. It helps with the algorithm. And everybody, stay awesome and stay tuned for the video at the very end.
According to the police report, it was all because she went to a Miami Heat game without Watson and wore a shirt that showed cleavage. Police say he said he paid for her breast implants, that she was disrespectful for having them out, also accused her of cheating on him, cops say.
He's trying to get money from you guys. Okay. I have the screenshots. I have screenshots. Hey, call my lord. Where did you reach him?
Watson was out on bond for allegedly taking part in a violent fight in Miami when investigators say he left his girlfriend with bruises all over her body.
I'm honest. I have a screenshot of this.
He boasts a fitness coaching program online that promises people to become the man you admire. More video of him being cuffed, pleading with the officers.
Bro, you know they do this. Bro, you know they do this, right? Hey, officer, you guys know they do this. You chicks set my up.
Now, what's also interesting here is that Watson remains behind bars. The reason for that, and I mentioned this in the story, he was out on bond for another case in Miami that involved aggression and beating someone up. So now he's there behind bars as he faces these new charges. We're live tonight in Hollandale Beach. I'm Rosh Lowe, Local 10.